You know, it's kind of crazy when you think about it. AI is like everywhere these days.
It really
I
is.
mean, suggesting what to watch on Netflix,
Right.
filtering spam from our inboxes. It even helps write emails sometimes.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So today we're doing a deep dive into this course, Introduction to Using AI Effectively.
Awesome course.
Really breaks down all the need-to-know info about AI, right?
Absolutely.
But the cool thing is we're not just going to talk theory. We're going to give you like actionable tools,
That's right.
stuff you can use like today to start using AI.
Practical stuff. We want to make sure you can use it.
Okay, so let's start with, AI 101. The course dives into these like core concepts: AI, machine learning, deep learning, even neural networks. What's the deal with all these terms? Why is it important to know the difference?
Well, it's important to understand the distinctions because they actually represent different levels of complexity within AI. So think of it like this. AI is the broad term, right? Like the umbrella term. And then under that umbrella, you have machine learning. And this is where computers are trained to learn from data without being explicitly programmed.
So it's like teaching a computer to learn from experience, right?
Exactly. Now, if you take that even a step further, you get to deep learning.
Mm.
And this is where it uses algorithms called artificial neural networks,
Okay.
inspired by the human brain. And these are used to analyze massive amounts of data.
Okay, that sounds pretty complex. What's so special about like these neural networks? What do they do?
Well, so they're designed in layers, almost like the structure of the human brain. And this allows them to, process information in a way that can tackle like more sophisticated tasks, like, for example, facial recognition, or even powering self-driving cars.
Wow, so this is like deep learning where AI is doing some really impressive things. And this actually brings me to another concept from the course: narrow AI versus general AI.
Right.
So what's the difference there?
So narrow AI is what we see all around us today. It's designed to perform a specific task, like recommending products, filtering spam from your inbox. Think of it as a specialist in one particular area.
Okay, so Siri and like spam filters are examples of narrow AI.
Exactly. And then you have general AI. Now, general AI is still largely a concept for the future. This would be more like human intelligence, right? It could theoretically perform any intellectual task that a human being can.
So general AI is like that sci-fi idea of robots,
Yes, precisely. We're not quite there yet, but the potential of general AI is huge, right? Imagine an AI that could solve complex global problems or accelerate scientific discoveries at an unprecedented pace.
Yeah, it's pretty mind-blowing when you think about the possibilities. But let's go back to how AI actually learns. The course talks about AI being a hungry learner, and I'm curious, like, what does that actually mean in practice?
That's where data comes in. Data is essentially the fuel that powers AI,
Hmm.
right? So the more data an AI system has access to, the more it can learn, and the more it can improve its performance.
So it's kind of like the saying, you are what you eat. But for AI, it's more like you are what you learn from.
Exactly.
The course actually suggests playing around with Google's Teachable machine to see this in action. Have you ever used that?
Teachable machine is a fantastic tool to really grasp this concept because it allows you to train a simple AI model by, feeding it examples like images or sounds. You could even teach it to recognize your own cat.
That's really cool. It sounds like a really fun way to get hands-on with AI. So if we're teaching it with examples, that's a type of supervised learning, right?
You got it. So supervised learning means we're providing the AI with labeled data. We're guiding it to learn and make predictions. But then there's also unsupervised learning. This is where the AI is kind of exploring the data without those labels, and it's finding patterns and relationships on its own. So think about, how Netflix recommends shows based on your viewing history. That's unsupervised learning in action.
So supervised learning is like having a teacher, and unsupervised is more like figuring things out on your own.
Precisely. And both are incredibly important for different AI applications. So, supervised learning excels in tasks where we have labeled data available, while unsupervised learning really shines when we're trying to uncover hidden patterns in vast amounts of data.
So this makes me think about the tools that are actually out there, the stuff we can use right now. The course talks about a whole toolkit of AI tools. What are some of the most interesting ones you've come across?
Oh, there are some amazing AI tools available today, and they're not just for tech experts, right? So for writing, you have things like ChatGPT. You have Notion AI. For coding, there's GitHub Copilot. And then we're also seeing AI being used to power organization tools, like those smart calendars that find the best meeting times for everyone.
Okay, let's dive into those. I'm especially curious about ChatGPT. It seems like everyone's talking about it these days. What makes it so special?
Well, ChatGPT is a powerful language model that can generate human quality text, right? So you can ask it to write emails, you can ask it to translate languages, summarize articles, and even create stories or poems. It's like having an AI writing assistant at your fingertips.
That's wild. I'm already thinking of all the ways I could use that. What about Notion AI? I use Notion for just about everything.
Notion AI takes organization and note-taking to a whole new level, right?
Huh?
So it can summarize your notes, generate action items from meetings, and even draft blog posts directly within your Notion workspace.
Wow, that sounds like a serious game changer for productivity. And then we have GitHub Copilot for the coders out there. What's that one all about?
Think of GitHub Copilot as your AI pair programmer. So as you're writing code, it suggests code snippets, and it can even complete functions as you're writing, which can be a huge time saver. It's like having an AI coding buddy helping you along the way.
So it's like AI that can help you write better, organize better, and even code better. And these are just a few examples of the tools available now.
Exactly. And we're just getting started. There are also some incredible AI tools for creative tasks, like generating images,
Mm,
even composing music.
okay, this is getting really exciting. Let's talk about those creative tools next.
Sounds good. Let's dive into that world of AI-powered creativity.
Perfect. I'm ready to be amazed. Okay, you mentioned AI for creative tasks, and this is where I'm really curious. Can AI actually help us, become more creative?
It's an interesting question. And the answer is more nuanced than you might think. So AI isn't about replacing human creativity. It's more about like augmenting it,
Mm.
providing new tools and possibilities for artists and writers and anyone who considers themselves creative.
So more like a collaboration between humans and AI.
Exactly. Think
Hmm.
of it like AI can help us break through those creative blocks. You know how it is? Sometimes you just get stuck.
Yeah, for sure.
So it can generate new ideas, explore different styles or genres. It can even take on those really tedious tasks like color correction or audio editing.
Right.
And then that frees up more time for us to actually explore and be creative.
Right. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. The course mentions tools like DLE and Midjourney for creating images. How do those work? What are those?
These are examples of AI image generators.
Okay.
So you can literally type in a text description, anything from a cat wearing a spacesuit to a surreal landscape with, floating islands, and the AI will generate an image based on your description.
Oh, wow. So it's like having AI turn your words into like visual art.
Exactly. And it's mind-blowing what these AI image generators can create, right? The applications are vast,
Yeah.
from graphic design and advertising to creating concept art for films and video games even.
So what about music? Can AI compose music too?
AI is already being used to create original music. So there are AI-powered tools out there that can compose melodies, generate harmonies, even create entire soundtracks. It's a rapidly evolving field, and some of the results are truly impressive.
I'm starting to see how AI can be a real game changer for all kinds of creative fields, but I do wonder about the role of, human artists and musicians in all of this.
Yeah, that's an important point. So while AI can be an incredibly powerful tool for creation, it's crucial to remember that it's still a tool, right? It's not the artist. Human creativity, ingenuity are at the heart of great art and music
Right.
at the end of the day.
So it's not about AI replacing artists, but more about artists using AI as a new tool in their creative process, right?
Exactly. The most exciting possibilities come when human creativity and the power of AI, combine. Think of it as a partnership where each brings their unique strengths to the table.
That's a great way to put it. So far, we've covered AI basics, the concept of AI learning, and even dove into these amazing tools for writing and coding and creativity. And the course also mentions AI's impact on business and automation and future trends. It seems like AI is, really changing the world as we know it.
Absolutely. It's transforming industries, everything from healthcare and finance to transportation and manufacturing.
Wow.
And in business, we're seeing AI used for everything from personalized marketing, better customer service, even streamlining logistics and predicting market trends.
So it's not just about robots and science fiction anymore. AI is like having a real impact on how we work and live like today.
That's right. And as AI continues to evolve, we can expect even more profound changes in the years to come.
It's It is a bit overwhelming to think about, but also incredibly exciting. Where do you think AI is headed next? What are some of those future trends that the course highlights?
Well, the course delves into some fascinating areas, like developing more sophisticated AI models, the rise of these AI-powered personal assistants,
Hmm.
and also the growing importance of AI ethics and regulation. It's a rapidly evolving landscape, tons of possibilities. It's really exciting.
It does sound like we're like just at the beginning of this AI revolution.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. We've only scratched the surface of what AI can do.
So if someone is like just starting to explore AI, what would you recommend as a good first step? Because it can all feel a bit intimidating, you know?
I think the best way to start is honestly just by diving in. Choose one of the tools we discuss. Maybe ChatGPT for writing or DLA for image generation,
Okay.
and just experiment with it. There are tons of resources online, and most of these tools offer free trials or basic versions that you can use to get started.
Yeah, that's great advice. It's all about taking that first step and seeing firsthand what AI can do, and who knows, maybe it'll spark some ideas or unlock some new possibilities you never even
Yeah.
imagined.
Exactly. AI is a tool that can empower us to be more creative, more productive, and more innovative.
So we've explored the fundamentals of AI, dove into this exciting world of AI tools, and even glimpsed into the future of this, transformative technology. What's the key takeaway you want our listeners to leave with today?
I think the key takeaway is that AI is accessible to everyone. You don't have to
Yeah.
be, a tech expert to start exploring and using AI tools in your daily life.
I love that. It's about like demystifying AI and empowering people to actually take advantage of its potential, right?
Absolutely.
So now for that, final thought-provoking question to leave our listeners with.
Okay. Think about the areas of your life or work where you'd like to be more creative, more productive, or more efficient. And then ask yourself,
Yeah.
what could you achieve if you had an AI assistant by your side?
Ooh, that's a great question to ponder. It's all about using AI as a tool to actually enhance our abilities and achieve our goals.
Yeah, it really is inspiring to think about all the possibilities that AI opens up.
It is.
And it feels like we're at this turning point where
Yeah.
it's becoming more accessible,
Right.
more user-friendly,
Yeah, definitely.
which is really exciting.
It is. And one of the things I think that's so fascinating about this whole field is just how quickly it's evolving.
Oh, yeah,
Like what's cutting edge today might be like commonplace tomorrow.
that's true. I remember when using, like, voice assistants, like
Right.
Siri or Alexa. It felt like, oh, this is something out of a sci-fi movie.
Total.
And now it's just, like, part of our daily routine.
It's just normal now. So wild. So as AI keeps advancing, I mean, we can expect to see even more, incredible breakthroughs in areas like
Absolutely.
natural language processing, computer vision,
Yeah,
robotics, all that.
for sure. Yeah.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into AI, what are some of the key things that you hope our listeners will take away from this conversation?
Well, I really hope they come away with a sense of curiosity
Yeah,
and excitement about the potential of AI.
for sure.
It's a powerful tool that can be used to solve problems, enhance creativity, and improve our lives in countless ways.
I couldn't agree more. And it's not just about like understanding the technology itself, but also thinking critically about, its implications,
Yeah,
how we can use it responsibly.
absolutely. As AI becomes more integrated into our lives, it's crucial to have these thoughtful conversations about the ethical implications
Right.
and the potential impact on society.
That's a great point. We need to be mindful of the potential risks as well as the benefits, right? It's a responsibility we all share as we, kind of navigate this new AI-powered world.
Precisely. And I encourage our listeners to stay informed, ask questions, and really engage in those important conversations about the future of AI.
That's a great call to action. It's an ongoing journey of learning and discovery.
It is.
And speaking of discovery, is there one final thought-provoking question you'd like to leave our listeners with today? Something to, ponder as they continue exploring the world of AI?
Here's something to think about. If you could design your own AI tool or application, what would it be? What problem would it solve? What would make it unique and truly innovative?
Ooh, that's a fantastic question. It really challenges us to think creatively and imagine the possibilities, that AI opens up.
Exactly. We're only limited by our imagination.
Well said. I think that's a perfect note to end on.
Yeah.
A reminder that AI is not just a technology, it's a tool that can empower us to, shape the future.
Couldn't agree more.
So to all our listeners out there, keep exploring.
Keep learning.
Keep learning. Keep those creative AI sparks flying.
And remember, the future of AI is in our hands.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of AI. We'll be back next week with another fascinating topic to explore. Until then, stay curious.